Imagine a world where every doubt you have is transformed into a stepping stone toward your dreams. What if the only thing standing between you and your limitless potential is the belief you hold at this very moment? Let's dive into the power of overcoming today's doubts to unlock tomorrow's possibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to explore a profound truth. Only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. This simple yet powerful statement reminds us that the barriers to achieving our dreams are often self-imposed. As we embark on our journey into the future, let's address the impact of doubt, the power of belief, and the limitless potential within us all. Firstly, doubt is a natural part of the human experience. It is the voice that questions our abilities, the hesitance that slows our progress, and the shadow that obscures our vision of what could be. Yet, we must remember that doubt can only control our destiny if we allow it to. Much like a storm cloud, it can dampen our spirits temporarily, but it can never extinguish the brighter horizon that awaits us. When faced with doubt, we must choose courage over fear and resilience over retreat. Secondly, belief is the antidote to doubt. Our dreams and aspirations may be grand, but they become attainable when fueled by unwavering belief in our potential. Belief is the foundation upon which we can build the bridges to our future accomplishments. It is the engine that drives us forward, even when the road ahead is unclear. With belief, we can transform today's uncertainties into tomorrow's certainties. Thirdly, perseverance and action are essential. Belief alone is not enough. We must also take deliberate steps toward our goals. Even the smallest actions can chip away at the walls of doubt, creating openings for our aspirations to blossom. By persistently pursuing our objectives, we can turn our dreams into tangible realities. Consistent effort is the key that unlocks the door to the future we envision. Lastly, embracing a growth mindset is crucial. The journey to realizing tomorrow's potential involves learning, adapting, and evolving. Acknowledging that failures are learning opportunities and that setbacks are temporary challenges allows us to continuously expand our capabilities. By cultivating a mindset that is open to growth, we position ourselves to overcome doubt and embrace the boundless possibilities of tomorrow. In conclusion, we possess an incredible power within us, the power to shape our future despite today's doubts. Let us commit to casting aside our uncertainties and stepping boldly into tomorrow with belief, perseverance, and a commitment to growth. Together, we can transcend the limitations of today and create a future that surpasses even our wildest dreams. Thank you. Understanding doubt. Acknowledge that doubt is a natural part of life, but emphasize that it should not control or limit our future. 2, power of belief. Highlight the importance of believing in oneself and one's potential as a key factor in overcoming doubt. 3, importance of action. Stress the necessity of taking consistent, deliberate actions to make dreams and goals a reality. 4, adopting a growth mindset encourage embracing failures and challenges as opportunities for growth to continually expand potential and realize future possibilities. Doubt is an intrinsic part of the human condition, often lurking in the shadows of our consciousness. It whispers uncertainties, questions our capabilities, and casts shadows over our aspirations. The moment we conceive a dream or set a goal, doubt often appears as an involuntary response. It is the voice that wonders, can I really do this? Or insists, what if fail? This pervasive presence can be unsettling as it introduces hesitation and caution, making us second guess our intentions. No. However, it is crucial to recognize that doubt in itself is not an adversary that seeks to sabotage us. Rather, it is a natural response to venturing into the unknown and stepping outside of our comfort zones. To understand doubt more deeply, we must first acknowledge that it is often rooted in our fear of the unfamiliar. When we stand on the brink of the unknown, doubt is that instinctive reaction, a remnant of our evolutionary past where caution was necessary for survival. Taking action is often the most daunting step in the pursuit of our goals. It demands courage to overcome the inertia that can accompany the fear of failure or the discomfort of stepping into unfamiliar territory. However, each action we take, no matter how small, creates momentum. This momentum builds over time, gradually dismantling the barriers of doubt and inaction. By consistently moving forward, we reinforce our belief in ourselves and in the plausibility of our goals. A common misconception is that action must be grand or sweeping to be effective. In reality, progress is often achieved through small, incremental steps. These steps may seem insignificant in isolation, but their cumulative effect can be profound. By breaking down our aspirations into manageable tasks, we make the journey less intimidating and more achievable. Each completed task provides a sense of accomplishment, reinforcing our motivation and commitment to the larger objective. Moreover, small victories serve as reminders of our capability, boosting our confidence and encouraging us to persist. The importance of consistency in taking action cannot be emphasized enough. Consistency transforms effort into habit and intention into routine. When we establish a regular pattern of actions aligned with our goals, we create a framework that supports sustained progress. This consistency provides structure, helping us to stay focused and resilient in the face of setbacks or distractions. By cultivating discipline in our actions, we develop a steadfast commitment to our goals that persists even when initial enthusiasm wanes. It is also essential to approach action with a flexible mindset. The path to realizing our dreams is rarely linear. Challenges and unexpected obstacles are inevitable, and they often require us to adapt and modify our strategy. Viewing these obstacles as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as insurmountable barriers, shifts our perspective and empowers us to adjust our actions as needed. Flexibility in action allows us to remain adaptable and open to new possibilities, ultimately enriching our journey. Moreover, the act of taking action can serve as a powerful antidote to fear and doubt. Action instills a sense of agency, reminding us that we have the capacity to influence our environment and direct our outcomes. When we engage in purposeful action, we interrupt the cycle of ruminative doubt and replace it with productive energy. This transformation is empowering, as it reinforces the notion that we are active participants in sculpting our destinies rather than passive recipients of fate. Importantly, celebrating progress along the way is vital to maintaining motivation and enthusiasm for continued action. Recognizing and honoring our efforts and achievements, no matter how modest, nurtures a positive mindset and sustains our drive. Celebrations serve as milestones on our journey, marking our evolution and the distance traveled. They offer moments of reflection and gratitude, reinforcing the significance of our actions and the incremental progress made. In summary, taking action is the engine that drives the realization of our dreams. By starting with small, manageable steps, maintaining consistency, staying flexible, and celebrating progress, we create a dynamic process that not only brings us closer to our goals, but also enriches our experience. Action transforms potential into reality, and through this transformation, we find the power to navigate challenges, overcome doubts, and achieve the futures we envision. Through committed and deliberate action, we breathe life into our dreams, transforming them from mere possibilities into living, breathing realities. Embracing a growth mindset is a transformative approach that can significantly influence how we perceive and respond to the challenges and opportunities of life. At its core, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and the willingness to learn. This stands in stark contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes our talents and intelligence are static traits that cannot be altered. Be altered. By adopting a growth mindset, we open ourselves to a world where learning becomes an adventure, and where setbacks are not seen as failures, but as valuable learning opportunities. The power of a growth mindset lies in its ability to redefine how we interpret and navigate our experiences. When we view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable obstacles, we become more resilient and willing to embrace new experiences. This mindset fosters a love for learning and a curiosity that drives us to explore beyond our current capabilities. Instead of fearing mistakes, we come to understand them as natural components of the learning process and essential for personal and professional development. A growth mindset encourages us to focus on the effort and process rather than solely on the outcome. This shift in focus helps to reduce the fear of failure, allowing us to engage more fully with the tasks at hand. When we concentrate on the process, we learn to appreciate the journey rather than being consumed by the destination. This appreciation promotes perseverance as we become invested in improving our skills, understanding that mastery is a gradual and ongoing process. We begin to measure success not just by the end result, but by the progress and learning achieved along the way. To cultivate a growth mindset, it is essential to be mindful of the language we use, both internally and externally. Our self-talk can greatly influence our attitudes and beliefs about our abilities. Replacing limiting language with empowering alternatives can spark a significant change in perspective. For example, instead of saying, "I can't do this," we can reframe it as, "I can't do this yet, but I'm learning." This subtle shift reinforces our potential for growth and improvement, encouraging a proactive approach to overcoming challenges. Another core aspect of a growth mindset is the willingness to seek feedback and apply it constructively. Constructive criticism is a tool for growth, offering insights that can highlight areas for improvement. However, to leverage feedback effectively, we must first be open to receiving it without defensiveness or fear. When we embrace feedback as a learning opportunity rather than a personal critique, we gain valuable information that can guide us in refining our skills and strategies. This openness to feedback also fosters a positive environment where collaboration and shared learning thrives. A growth mindset also emphasizes the importance of perseverance and grit. Grit is the sustained application of effort towards long-term goals, persisted through challenges and setbacks. When coupled with a growth mindset, grit becomes a powerful force that drives continuous effort and resilience. It encourages us to remain committed to our aspirations, understanding that obstacles are temporary and surmountable with dedication and hard work. This combination of grit and a growth mindset equips us with the tools needed to navigate the complexities of personal and professional endeavors. Importantly, modeling a growth mindset can inspire those around us, whether in a personal or professional setting. Demonstrating a commitment to learning and improvement can have a ripple effect, encouraging others to adopt a similar perspective. By acknowledging our journey of growth and sharing our experiences, including the setbacks and the victories, we cultivate a culture that values learning and adaptation. In embracing a growth mindset, we shift from viewing our abilities as finite resources to seeing them as a dynamic and evolving part of who we are. This shift empowers us to continually reach for new heights, fueled by the understanding that our potential is boundless. Through commitment to learning, openness to feedback, and perseverance in the face of adversity, a growth mindset transforms the way we engage with the world. It unlocks the door to limitless possibilities, encouraging a lifetime of exploration and self-discovery where each challenge is a stepping stone on the path to greater achievement and fulfillment. Remember, every step you take towards your dreams, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Embrace the doubts, for they are signs that you're on a path worth traveling. Cultivate belief in your potential. Take consistent action and adopt a growth mindset that sees every setback as a setup for a comeback. As you leave here today, carry with you the knowledge that your journey is not defined by the challenges you face, but by the courage and perseverance with which you face them. You have the power to turn your dreams into reality, one bold step at a time. Thank you. Thank you.